Alright, guys, I am back. I've been slacking on the recaps, and I am sorry about that. I had a lot of other stuff going on with trading, with other stuff, and I've just been slacking on the recaps, but finally I am back. Now, a couple of things. So, these recaps, they do take a little bit of time to make. I mean, it takes 20-30 minutes to record them, edit them, thumbnail, take the picture, edit them, all that stuff. So, if you guys really do like these recaps, please comment down below. Please hit the thumbs up. Let me know what you like about them, what you don't like about them, what you want to see, what you don't want to see. But please comment. Let me know. Hit the thumbs up so I know if these are helpful for you guys, if you want to keep seeing them, or I'm really wasting an hour a day doing something that not a lot of guys are not a lot of people are enjoying and learning off of them. So make sure you subscribe if you do, and let me know. And if you don't, let me know what else I can do to make them better. Number two, I'll go over my trades today, and I'll go over at least what I've been doing recently or how I've been doing recently. And then number three, I'm going to ramble on a little bit because one of the reasons that I was not being able to make my recaps is because I was focusing on my course. I finally released it. This is the first week that I've let that course out. I do have a coupon, but I'll go over it in a little bit and everything that covers. And if you're interested, I'm going to show you and put the link down below for you guys. And if you have any questions, you're always free to ask me before you want to join it or before you're considering about it. Or if you have any questions about it, then go ahead and tell me down below as well. So I'm actually going to talk about that first. Just kind of promoting, telling you guys what it's all about, what you're going to get with it, and then let me go over my trades. But if you do like these recaps, the normal recaps, then please hit that thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you like, what you don't like, and subscribe to the channel. So like I said, my course was just now released. Let me see, and here it is. So I do have it priced at 450. I know that's a lot, but I have it at 450 just so I can give a discount of $150 for this first week. So it is $300, and I think for $300, I mean everything in this course is going to be worth it because you have it all in one place, complete A through Z guide of everything about day trading. So I'm going to kind of go over this and show you guys what it all covers. Along with the videos, you do get put into a private Discord, which is going to be under this lesson here. So if you click that, there's that Discord link right there. Any questions you have, you can always ask me there, or you already know where to find me: YouTube, Instagram, anything like that. Especially if you're in the course. And then two, you're gonna have full, mentorship guided by me. I mean, I have everything that you need in this course here. But if there's any questions you still need help on, any topics that I didn't cover, any topics that you still need extra help with, I can either help you on a quick phone call, quick Discord, share my screen. If you want me to review a couple of the trades that you have also taken, and you're like, hey, I don't understand this trade, can you go over it? Or why did I do wrong? What did I do right? That's all going to be included with this course package. So. As far as the lessons, just kind of basic intro, instruments, what you can trade, common questions like that. I do go over brokers, the broker types, so margin versus cash, PDT rule, how to get around PDT rule. I do list a lot of brokers that I recommend and don't recommend depending on where you're from. As well. Paper trading, talk about paper trading basics, so just shorting, going long, how did the stock actually go up and down, candles, time frames, all that stuff. Different order types, so I have every order type listed there, examples of how they get you filled, what they don't get you filled for. Thinkorswim, I have a lot of kind of like little hacks, little quick tips on Thinkorswim, how to use Thinkorswim, how to set it up, how to make it faster, support and resistance, and also all of these videos, it shows start, but for example, all of these videos have the explanation, and then they actually have examples on all of these. So, I mean, this is one lesson, but there's a lot of lessons, a lot of videos in each of these. Same thing for all of these other ones, especially as it gets later on. So, support and resistance, how to manage your positions, winning trade, losing trade, how to put your stop loss in place, all of that. A bunch of patterns that you need to recognize, and these are good for day trading, like the small caps, but also large caps and stuff like that. Same thing with indicators. I mean, I have indicators, what they are, how to explain them, and then I also have examples of all of those. So I do that for all of these lessons, and you're able to see the explanation of it, and then real life examples of them. Let me keep going. Patterns, indicators, swing traded. Actually, I'm going to show you guys a swing trade that I took on SPY yesterday, and I made a 100% return on it. I closed half of it, but I still have half of it open, but I closed half of it, and I'm going to show you guys that trade on SPY and why I took it, and this actually is explained right here in this swing trading chapter, exactly like it. How to find the stocks that I trade, my strategies, all of the single strategies, and all of these have, like I said, the explanation of them as well as videos, real life examples, right? So all of them have all that. And then I think the last topic is going to be um, uh, time and sales level 2, very important. A lot of little hidden things you got to learn about these things. This takes experience, but this explains everything. And then psychology factors, those are always important and all of that. So that's it for the course. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below. Do use the code 150 off for this whole first week. I think it expires Sunday, but you get $150 off. And that's that. So I'm going to keep that up, and you guys will always have access to that if you're interested. And just let me know. Now, as far as that SPY play, let me look at that one first. Like I said, I don't ever include my option trades in my P&L. So this P&L that you're seeing here does not have SPY. You could see it's at 0. But I did make 100% on this play. And let me go over that one real quick. So when I'm looking at a swing trade, I'm looking at what's the bigger picture, right? So if I take a look at SPY, and I'm going to drag this one down from my other monitors so I can show you the bigger picture. So the bigger picture, let's zoom out to the yearly, right? Let's zoom out to the yearly and see what SPY has been doing this whole year. I have a white dotted line going across from the top all the way down across, and I have a point right there that touches that line, and there's that second point. So off of those 2 points, I was able to make this diagonal line going down. And this diagonal line was never touched again until this time right here. For the third touch, along with that 200 moving SMA. I talk about that one being very important. And then if you see what we've been doing recently on the daily on SPY, we've been on a roll, right? I mean, this whole month has been up since the month started, even closer to last month. It's been straight up all going up for SPY. I mean, from the 370s all the way up to 430s. But where did we head straight into? Straight into that downtrend diagonal line, straight into that 200 moving average, and then forming kind of a rising wedge pattern. All of this I talk about on my course. So a rising wedge pattern, what did they usually do? They break to the downside. What does a resistance usually do? Resist it, right? What does a 200 moving average usually do? Either resists or holds as support and then bounces. So in here I have 3 things that are telling me that SPY is going to go down. So now what I want to do is go to the smaller time frame and find an actual entry. And you can see that dotted line, it goes right there. Now I will say I was a little bit early on this play. I took this trade the first time 2 days ago, right there. I saw the top of that wedge pattern. I saw that there, and I took a trade there. I was actually green on it for a little bit, and then it actually went against me, and I was like, what the heck is SPY doing? This thing is ripping. But I re-entered that trade right here. I literally top ticked it. So if I go look at the daily, I bought these puts at 431. I bought them right 431. Oh, on the 1 minute time frame, it's like 431.70 or something like that. So if I look, yeah, 430. Yeah, I literally top ticked this thing. I bought them here. I was like, this thing has to pull back. This is all of those moving averages, the 200, the dotted line, the rising wedge pattern. So I bought more puts up here. Oh, right where that candle is. I already had it marked. So I bought them there, and I kid you not, guys, because of that analysis and top ticking this thing, after I bought those puts, SPY instantly tanked. Oh, now it's going to do this. And the puts that I bought the second time, so these right here, I am up 100% on them, which means whatever amount of money I put in, I am actually doubled completely. So if I put in $1,000, I'm up $1,000. If I put in 5,000, I'm up 5,000. 100% return is pretty good to be up on options, right? And then these that were actually negative the first time that I went negative on, these are actually back in the green right now, and I'm a small green, but they're back in the green, and I'm still holding. I sold half of the ones from here, covered them down here at that 425, and then I'm still letting the rest go. But even if I break even on all of these and goes back out and I lose all of that, I'm already in profit because I covered half of them down here. So that was a pretty nice play, and I break it down on my course on how to find trades like that, and I guess I kind of broke it down here too, but what exactly to look for and stuff. Now as far as today's trades, today was a roller coaster. Today, I mean, I was up $700. I went all the way back down to $16. I remember I was up $16 profit, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's doing it again. And I'm saying doing it again because I did it yesterday. Oh, it doesn't show it for some reason. Yesterday I was up $800 again, and I gave it all back down to I think $150 yesterday, and then I made a little bit back. I think it was on Fubo. I made a little bit more on Fubo and got myself back to 400 green, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. And that's the same thing I did today. So let me show you those trades. Let me put this to the side and show you those trades. Wow, SPY just ripped right there. Let me see. So for today's trade, sorry that took a little bit to get into the small caps, but hopefully you guys learned a little bit about the swing trading and when I take swing trading. Very rare do I swing trading, but when I do, it's because I see something obvious with a lot of resistance telling me that, hey, this might be a good play. Actually ripped and reversed. So stock number one, I will go over ear. Ear is the one that got me green pretty good, but also burned me later in the day. And this is the one that I was up pretty nice on and ended up giving it all back because of one stupid flush. I would take that trade again. It's just unfortunate that that happened. But let me show you the trade. So let me, oh, it's supposed to be ready already. There we go. So ear high off of pre-market. This is one that started gapping up last night. So we got momentum into the closing. Kind of kept that momentum all the way into the actual after hours closed, and then pre-market kept that momentum going, held lows, and then obviously gapped up this morning. And so for this, I was looking for a pre-market high, which was that I think it's 279, but I'm seeing 28 right now. And my first trade was a quick scalp of break of highs. That's this one right here, 275. Jumped in right before the break of 280, and you can see I started selling on the other side, 280, 281. Then it started kind of like flagging here right over that pivot. So if I draw my line at 280, that is where it's going to be at right there, 281. So I started buying that dip, and that dip worked out pretty well. I bought 2,500 shares at that dip at 282. I think the lows I kind of was 281, so I bought it within a penny off the lows and ended up ripping all the way to almost $3. It looks like I got out a little early. I sold at 295 and 288. Got the break of 3, and that's when I took another trade for the break of 3. I had an order ready at 301 for the break of 3. And these, I think it broke and then reversed on me. I stopped out at 301, so break even trade, and then ripped another 17 cents. But that's okay. And then here was another trade that got me up pretty good on the day. So here I was probably up, I think $270 off of these trades here. And then I'm looking at that 280 level again, kind of almost touched it there, but didn't quite get it. Had a downtrend break, popped down, could have bought that dip, but I didn't. But this dip right here pulls down to 280 again. And this one, oh, actually, another thing, guys, if you want to trade live, I want to put the links down below on my YouTube, to my YouTube and my Tradecaster. We've been nailing some trades. This one we all called it out, and several of us got in it, and I'll explain some of the other ones that we also all got in it and jumped in them, and we killed it. I mean, we nailed the bottom on a lot of these things, and a couple of guys again got a couple of plays over $1 share and stuff like that. So this one, bottom ticked this candle down to 280, about 2,500 shares at 280, and this one was interesting because this candle popped down and ripped up so fast that I thought this next candle was definitely going to take us over $3, but it didn't. Tape got really heavy. A lot of sell orders kept coming through. Same thing here on this one. A lot of sell orders kept coming through, and so after that I was like, you know what, I don't like this. This candle reversed pretty good, and this candle got stopped twice. I don't think this is going to break $3, so I decided to take my profit there, and this is what I was now up $490 profit on this ticker now. And then I gave it all back in this play here. This thing started curling back up. I should have jumped in on this one a lot earlier. I should have jumped in on this one at this pullback here, or even this $3 retest right there. So breaks over 3, retest 3, should have gotten that dip there and ripped for it. And I chased this one way up here. So this thing ripped up through high of day, and then I was looking for that 317 pivot again. So as soon as this thing popped down to 317, I clicked the buy button there, hoping this would at least hold that support here. And Y317 looking left, that was high of day previously, so I'm looking for this thing to hold there and then get that next leg up through 350. So I was looking at $0.50 up there. It did not work. This thing flushed straight through me, and I took it a little bit more aggressively. I think 2,500 shares, but I took that trade there and immediately stopped that on that last flush down there. So I lost $400 on that trade real quick. and then put me back down to like $50 profit on this ticker, and then I think I gave some back here. And then I was like, you know what, I'm done with the stock. So that was that one. Small trades on JCSE. If it shows my trades, there we go. This one, same thing, trying to buy this 1 minute flag here. So we open up, pulls back down to the 9 EMA, kind of flagging there, trying to get that rip. Looks like I sold a little too early, did not get that full move that I was looking for. I sold it off, pulled back down, and then ripped. And then up here, once again, high of day scalp, high of days 322, so I'm anticipating that break. I'm buying at 316, selling on the other side. Same thing here, and on this one, I had one clean trade. That I didn't take full advantage of it. So we have a clear flag here. I could have been buying these dips and that would have been the bigger one, but I saw the break of this downtrend here with this green candle. Pulls back down to that retest. I get in on that play right there to 344, and I was looking for that next move up through high of day, but I don't know why I got shaken out of this thing and sold it right there when it would have worked out from 340 to 368, about a 20-cent move on that play. Didn't really capitalize on that one. So two good reads on two good plays, but got shaken out too early. Only $63 profit. Another trade that burned me was BBIG. So BBIG, I was green on the stock. Let me see. So BBIG. Oh, this is the other one we nailed. So this is the one I was going to show you guys as well. So kind of pivot down here. Look left, this is a 147, kind of 150 almost. So resistance, support, breaks through it, and then pulls back down to that level. And my team in tradecaster.com were like, you know, guys, this is going to dip right here. I'm going to buy this dip and look for that next move. And I got in at 148, so I didn't quite hit the bottom on this one. I missed it by a penny. But some of them got it at 147, 148, and this thing rode all the way up to 158. That's a 10-cent move with literally nailing the bottom. I mean, you would have been down maybe a penny, 2 pennies on this trade. So we were able to see this one. That was a big trade. That was a good trade on this one. And you can see I kept my runners on this one, so I stopped out again. But I was looking for this break of downtrend, high of day, same thing. And then this one, I got myself green a little bit more down here. Same thing, bottom tick this candle here. 148 was my entry. This candle dropped down to 148. Also called this one out here live, so several were able to get in. And why do I call that level? Let me see. Draw your support and resistance right there. So what am I looking at? Resistance, support, support, resistance, resistance. What do I expect? Support, right? Resistance turns into support, support turns into resistance, resistance turns into support. So I took that trade down there. Very simple technical analysis. Just draw your zone. Where are you going to get in? Where is it going to bounce? Where is it not going to bounce? I got in there. Again, got that move in our favor, but didn't quite open up for us, right? We could have taken it down here again. Kind of the same support. If I extend this, and you're still within that range. But I let that one go. And this is the candle that I got flushed on. We finally kind of trading through this range, finally open up. I'm looking left, same type of trade as the other one, same type of trade as BW or no ear, right? Looking left, what's our high? 165. What am I trying to hold? 165, right? So breaks to that level. I want to see that pull back down to that same level, hold it as support, and then rip. And this one actually dipped down below 165 a little bit, 163 down here, so kind of retesting even this area here. And at this point, I was like, that has got to be the lowest entry I could have ever gotten. And I took that trade there, and instant flush again on me. And I lost, I don't know what I lost on this one, maybe $200 or something like that, because I was green on the ticker and put me down to 170. After that, I was like, you know what, the stock is done. I'm not trading this one again. So big rejection there. Let me see what else. The other ones were very small trades. Nothing interesting. Kirk. I finished red on this ticker. I stopped trading after this move here, so I actually missed the majority of that. Here I tried one of those 5-minute flags, kind of like the other ones, trying to nail that bottom at VWAP. Got flushed on, instant red, closed it out. But I mean, you know, these are stopping out for less than 10 cents. I got in at 87 and got out at 80, so I lost 7 cents. So quick 7 cents when some of these are ripping $1, and it actually did it again over here. So looking for that pivot to hold, looking for that next resistance. So pivot 627. 627 was previous high. So look left. 627 previous high. So I'm anticipating that dip to hold. So I buy it there, 1,500 shares. I sell them again, barely a little bit of profit, 626, 632, about 7 cents of profit. And this thing rips again back up to 662. That would have been a 40-cent gainer there. Comes back down to that level, retested it. You could have double dipped on this one, re-entered on that same support, and this time you would have gotten a trade from 626, 627, which is where I jumped in, all the way up to 719. I mean, you wouldn't have gone the whole thing, but that's almost a dollar move. And I think somebody ended up taking one of these for a dollar move in my chat, as well as BWB, which is my last ticker and the one that I did the best on. So in the morning, I got myself green on this one. This is another one that we all called out that we nailed the bottom, and I was not able to actually write it all the way up, but somebody else did in my chat. So here, looking left, what's the pivot? $3.92, $4, right? So $4 support there. It comes back down to that level. I buy in exactly at $4, and I think it only went down like an extra 4 cents. 4 cents after where I bought. But for some reason, I got shaken out of these things, right? Some of these, I should have just given myself 10 cents of room. If it keeps pulling down, then oh well, I stop out. But if not, then get that next leg up. And 1,500 shares, I stop out, get a little bit of profit. Pulls back down to 4. I could have re-entered, but I didn't. I don't know if I missed it. I don't know if I didn't like it. I don't know if I was looking at a different stock. But my teammates did. My chat members jumped in either on this one and held it, or re-entered here and held it. And this thing went from $4 all the way up to 517, I think, 518, 517, yeah. And this is a one where two guys called it out with me, and they actually sold right above $5. So they literally nailed a trade there for a dollar move. And I mean, this would have been a good winner. 1,500 shares at 4 all the way to 5. If I stuck them out for that whole dollar move, that was a $1,500 winner. I didn't quite get it. I did jump in for the break, so trying to anticipate that $5 break up here. Got a little pullback here at 483, and I sold it at 496, 96, 84. So I got about 13 cents on one of those breakout trades there, so that helped me out. But this stock, I did not get $800 profit until later in the day, and this is what gave me back my $600 green on the day. Let me delete some of these lines so you guys can see a little bit better. Alright, so here, previous point was 517, right? 517 was previous high of the day. So what am I looking at? 517 to hold, and I am averaging it at 518. Get a dip entry. Pulls up, take some profit. Back again, 520. Oh, this one I got a little bit higher because this thing was moving high. So I bought it here at 527. Small little break-even trade, 527. And then this one, I mean, I let him go again. This right here, I'm averaging into display here, looking for that rip. I get fully out of that trade, and then rips without me. Now I'm looking again. Let me make this a little wider so you guys can see it again. Now, break of downtrend here. Breaks out of that downtrend, pulls back to it, retests it. I'm jumping in here again at 546, so averaging in exactly right here at that downtrend break. Right there, 546, and that was a nice winner. 2,500 shares from 546 up to 560. And then 574 is where I took a little bit more out, and maybe even higher. 584 was my biggest sell. The top of that candle is 88, so I missed it by 4 cents on that top side. So that was a good winner there. Tried it again here, so I bought there. I sold them up here. Retest 5.6, 5.6 previous point. I get in at 566, rips again. Actually, I took a loss on that one, but then re-enter that trade here for that small pullback of 573. Bottom of that candle is 572. I'll get in at 573. Rips up on this one through high of day and continues going on. And I let go of all of these a little bit too early. 587 was my 591 was my biggest sell. 607. Oh, some of those were down there. Never mind. Oh yeah, 607. Yeah, 607 was my biggest sell. So pretty good trade there. Left another like from 607 to 660. I mean another 40 cents, 50 cents there. That's okay. And actually, I stopped trading at this point, and this thing kept ripping. This thing kept ripping. And if you guys don't watch me trade, if you guys don't watch me trade live, you can always join the Discord. And a lot of my teams and my members, they're not members. They're just my Discord is free, guys. But a lot of the people trading on there are still calling out plays later in the day. And one of them called out this break of downtrend here. He averaged into this play right there. Break a downtrend, clean retest, and he got another dollar a move from 6.27 all the way to 7.20, 7.30. So another dollar a share move, and that is crazy. That's big. If you get a dollar share move in the stock market, you're making some big gains, no matter how much shares you're buying. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. So BBIG, EAR, JCSE. Took a small trade on CGC. That one failed, but only $50 loss. But that was pretty much it. So if you guys want to come trade live with us, my trading is free. You don't have to buy my course to watch me trade live for free. That is completely free right here on YouTube, or even on tradecaster.com, which is where the majority of the people are. Oh, I think I switched no, I didn't switch accounts. Why is it not showing my trade? So make sure you tune in and trade live with us. If you have any questions about my course, please comment them below. If you like these recaps, like I always say, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure that I know that people are watching these and enjoying these and learning off of these, and I'll keep them up. And like always, guys, I will see you tomorrow in the live stream or on tomorrow's recap. So I'm trying to get back into the what's the word I'm trying to think of? Into the habit, not habit, into the groove of making these recaps. So appreciate you guys watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.